Welcome to the Punk Pop Review Channel with exactly 3 exclamation points. That's right. All right. Today we've got a fun little thing that we're doing. It's exactly the same as the last video. It's another album review, except it's a different album by a different band. Yeah. Okay. So as I said in the last video, today is and you can tell by the title. It's the album is Chroma by Cartel. Came out in 2005. It's like I'm gonna okay. It's considered punk pop, but I feel like it's more for me when I listen to it, I can more accurately describe it as 2000s pop rock because I feel like it's not doesn't necessarily have like I don't know because some of their music is like yeah punk pop, but some of it is just like not really punk pop at all. So that's why I'm kind of considering them to be like, I don't know, in the middle. They're in the middle. You can call them punk pop or you can call them not punk pop. It doesn't really doesn't your opinion doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. People's opinions matter sometimes. Um, anyways, came out in 2005. They most of the song. This is their I'm pretty sure it was their debut album. Well, it was the first album signed by a record label, but um, it basically a lot of they started um, they started like well before that, and they had written just kind of some scattered songs along the way, and then they just decided to kind of put it all into an album, and then add a couple more songs and just call it a day, you know. But yeah, so it was signed off by the Militia Group, that's the record label, and yeah, they released two music videos for this album, honestly, and say anything else. Those are two huge, those are two big songs that were, they have like they're just solid music videos. I like the music video to honestly a lot. Say anything else is just like yeah, it's a good music video, I guess, but yeah, I feel like honestly had like a big breakthrough in MTV. But they were already kind of popular before they released the music video in 2006. Mostly they got mostly famous because of they had a big online fan base, and you're like, we talking about the online fan base? This is 2005, and yeah, I guess they did have some stuff in 2005 like MySpace, which is mostly how they got their album hyped up, and it ended up selling 3,000 copies within the first week, and that was the most famous or sorry the most popular like thing that the militia group had ever done, and that's like it was their most famous or it was their most how would you say it like successful, the most successful album that they had ever produced. And yeah, like I said, the reason was that was mostly because of their online fan base. They also did get some like promotion when they were on tour from some bands. Like for example, The Starting Line helped them. I did an album review on Say It Like You Mean It. So just I didn't even know this until I looked it up. So yeah, that's not how I found out about them or anything. I kind of found out about them just from Spotify. I was just browsing through Spotify. I don't really know. Um, yeah, but I think the first song that I heard by them was "Say Anything Else," and I that's kind of how I got into this album. Um, yeah, I've listened to their second album and their third album. They're both really good. I believe they have another album after that. But I think that Cartel stayed pretty consistent with their music throughout their years, which I appreciate that. But a lot of people don't because they're like, you've been keeping up with it for too long, and it's just the same for too long. We need something new." But then when they do something new, they're like, "Oh, you should have just gone back. You should have just stayed with your old music." I miss the old them. I don't know, kind of like with Blink 182. People don't like the new Blink 182, myself included. But they kind of felt like they had to do something because they couldn't just stay the same. And because people would say they have that's like a big thing with a lot of bands is like they can't keep doing the same thing for too long or else they get criticized. But if they change it in a wrong way, then they're also going to get criticized. It's just tough. It's tough. Yeah, that's why a lot of bands like start dying eventually. just how it is. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna go through my favorite to least favorite. There's 12 tracks on this album, pretty normal amount. Yeah, I'll just get through it. So my first favorite song is Q, which is the second to last song on the album. It I just kind of like it because I like how it starts, and I like how it kind of um, I believe it like goes right from, let me check. It goes so there's a song, the minstrel sorry, the minstrel's prayer, and then that goes like, and there's kind of like, it kind of like goes really smoothly into that song, and it's kind of like, I like the guitar, and I just like how it kind of starts out like, reaching out, can you hear me? Said I'm reaching out, and after all this time, leaning out blindly. I don't know, it's just a good song. I really like it. It's just my favorite song. It's kind of catchy. It just has a good tone, and I just like it overall. Number two, Say Anything Else. That's obviously the first song I heard by them. So I'm not necessarily saying I have a special place in it for my heart because of that, but because I really only like listened to that song and then kind of like immediately got into the album shortly after, or started listening to the full album shortly after. So I wouldn't really say that I'm biased towards it, but I think that's just a good song. I really like how it starts off as well. The same thing with Q. I don't know. I just really, it's just like, say anything else. Dun, 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 dun. It just has really good guitar and everything. I just really like it. And then number three is Lucky Street. I just really like that song because it's just also, again, just catchy, and it kind of puts you in like happy spirits, you know. And then number four, If I Fail. I don't know. I just like it. Like, if I fail, well then I don't know, it's good. Sorry guys, I need to stop singing. I know my singing voice isn't very good, but I don't know. I just like to be singing and stuff. Well, because it makes me happy. I don't know. Okay. And then number five, Runaway. It's just a good song. It's the third, I believe it's a third track. I don't know. It's just good. And then number six, Honestly, which is definitely the most popular song on the was definitely the most popular song on the album. I think it has like, on YouTube at least, it has 5 million views. The music video does on YouTube, but obviously it was more popular back in the day on MTV and stuff. So um, yeah, and then number seven, Burn the City. I don't know. I just like it. Eight, Save Us. Nine, The Minstrel's Prayer, which again is it's the third to last song on the album. It goes smoothly right into Q, and it's kind of, I don't know, with like the drums, like the boom, boom, boom. I don't know. It's good. It's just a good song. It's definitely more calm, but in a good way. I don't really know what to say. And then number 10, Settle Down, just a good song. 11, Matter of Time, and then 12, A. I don't know. A is just, well, obviously you probably could tell that it's Q and A were the second to last song, and the last song on the album. Obviously question and answer. So if you didn't know, but yeah, this song is, I believe it's like it's a whole 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute song. Most of it is just like kind of like repetitive instrumentals, and like lyrics and singing are really just like I mean, they're singing pretty much throughout it, like for a lot of it, but I don't know. It's just too long. I don't. I don't know what to say. It's just too long of a song. It's not. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's not a bad song at all, but it's just kind of repetitive a lot of parts. Um. Yeah. So I think definitely my favorite thing about this album is the variation of the songs, from like sort of calm with piano, and then like some like just mellow guitar to like full on like, yeah, energizing, like, oh yeah, I could down a whole like Monster Energy right now, and just like I want to go skateboarding and stuff. I don't know. It's just that's part of it, and also like rebellious almost. Cause think about it, if there's certain songs on this album that are like very like calm, almost religious, almost, in like a bit. If you notice like the Minstrel's Prayer, um, and what was the other one? Save Us, you know, like those just kind of sound like religious almost, and like peaceful. Whereas there's other songs on the album like Burn This City, and If I Fail or Runaway, it's just kind of like that are, like especially like Runaway and Burn This City. It's kind of sounds like rebellious almost. Um, but I'm not saying that like the song itself is like rebellious punk like Blink 182 or Sum 41 or whatever. It just kind of has the sort of like where it has that rebellious feel. It just kind of like the lyrics are. Um, and yeah, it's kind of interesting throughout the album, just like the variations, because like the Minstrel's Prayer is totally just calm and like piano, just like guitar, it's definitely very calm. And same thing with Save Us, it's just very calm. And those both sound like religious songs almost. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I did read something about someone saying that they were like religious. They're not like going and like being like converting people like Skillet or whatever. I mean, Skillet's a good band. I don't know. Sometimes they over Christianize stuff. I don't know. Like try to convert people to Christianism, being like, oh, you'll go to hell if you're not Christian. I don't know. I'm not like a big fan of that, but yeah, I feel like they were saying that like that their lyrics are kind of just like just talking about God and stuff and stuff rather than like just converting people, trying to convert people, which is what a lot of Christian bands do for some reason. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought that I really like just kind of liked the variation of like piano and stuff, but I feel like I can really relate this album a lot to We the Kings self-titled, because if you know We the Kings, they're a pretty popular band. They're pretty similar if I'm being honest, because We the Kings definitely uses a lot of piano in their songs, especially like but I wouldn't say that they're not similar to Cartel, whereas Cartel will just have a whole song that's like calm with piano, whereas We the Kings kind of just like fits the piano into a song, like Secret Valentine. That's like that's a pretty popular song that they on that album, that you can see like that you can hear the piano in it, but it's also kind of like upbeat pop punk as well. But then again, also I would kind of consider We the Kings, in my opinion, I call them 2000s pop rock rather, because they're just kind of more poppy and um I don't know. It's just not really that pop punk in my opinion. But you can yell at me if you want. Um yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But I think for the next video, I might do an album review. I might do something a bit different. I'm not sure. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm not gonna shout out my Instagram because it's private, and most people that are watching this follow my Instagram. So yeah, I might do like a poll to see what I should do next. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, but yeah, keep yourself updated. Turn on that notification bell. Hit the like button. I don't know. I sound like Jake Paul. I'm promoting myself too much. Man, I don't care. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like the video. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you watched it, and that's means a lot to me.